Welcome back, guys, to Pro Wrestling Talk, and I am back. And today I'm doing my WrestleMania 34 review. WrestleMania just went off the air, and Vince, what was that? Why did Vince do that? I thought the whole reason to do Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns again was to have Roman Reigns to go over and become the Universal Champion. So why would you have Brock go over? Oh, I mean, some of the decisions on this card were like so confusing to me because especially with the Nakamura AJ Styles match, I thought maybe Nakamura would have got the win, and I really wanted Nakamura to get the win. But again, Vince screws him over, and he turns heel, which I don't get. I mean, how are they gonna explain why he turned heel? Is he tired of AJ Styles stealing his spot? I don't know what it's gonna be, but anyway, I want to get this review over quick because I'm super tired, and yeah. So anyway, WrestleMania, the pre-show, I'm only going to talk about the Andre Giant the Memorial Battle Royal and the Women's Battle Royal because I didn't watch a Cruiserweight match. I watched a bit of it, but not much, so I cannot comment on it too much. So the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Broken Matt won that, but Bray Wyatt actually came back and helped him eliminate Mojo Rawley and Baron Corbin, and after that they hugged and they did that. So it looks like now that Bray Wyatt has now joined the Broken Brothers, and now he's going to be Broken Matt, Brother Nero when he comes back, and also Brother Wyatt or Brother Bray or whatever they're going to call him. But yeah, so yeah, Broken Matt wins that. I was happy. I heard in the week that they was considering Dolph Ziggler to have to win the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I'm glad he didn't, because I was like, nobody wants Dolph Ziggler to win that thing. That's what it is. And then the Women's Battle Royal, I thought that was okay. I didn't think it was a bad Battle Royal. Sasha and Bayley at the end. Bayley thinks that she's won, and then Naomi, which I forgot that she was actually still in the match, apparently didn't get eliminated. She was still fresh. She was just hiding under the ring the whole time, and she does the review, and then she eliminates Bayley to get the win. Then we get on to the actual show, and it's The Miz defending his IC title against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. This was the best opener for WrestleMania in a while. I cannot remember the last time that we had a really good opener. These three guys really worked their ass off together, and I'd really like to see these three guys actually maybe do a program after WrestleMania again, because these three guys killed it. You had counters with the coup de grace, and you had Seth Rollins doing the curse stomp on the Miz, and they was doing all their finishers and stuff. Then you had Seth Rollins teasing the buckle bomb onto the barricade again to Finn Balor, which also Finn Balor countered, and then he tries to do the same with the Miz, and he countered that. And then obviously the buckle bomb. There was a botch in this match where Seth Rollins got up too slow because he was supposed to do the buckle bomb onto the Miz, and then the Miz had to stall with Finn Balor for a bit onto the top rope, and it got kind of awkward. But they recovered quite quickly and kind of got back into the normal pace of things. Stupid damn bird, trying to I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Anyway. And then Seth Rollins wins with the curve stomp. I think it was on the Miz, and he is a Grand Slam champion. Seth Rollins is your new IC champion. I thought it maybe was going to give it to Finn Balor. I know that the weekend is saying, "Oh, is Seth Rollins going to become Grand Slam champion?" But yeah, he is now. So yeah, I'm happy for him. And yeah, also a big shout out to the Miz for becoming a dad. Big ups to my boy the Miz. Happy days to dad and all that. So yeah. Anyway, on to the second match. It was Charlotte versus Asuka. This match was good as well. Wasn't probably better than the first match I saw, but this was a really good match. Charlotte basically, Asuka works on Charlotte's arm because she wants to put her in the Asuka lock, and then Charlotte does the figure eight. They brawl around the ring a bit, and then at the end of the match, Charlotte tries to do the figure eight, but she cannot put support on this arm. So what she does is she puts support on that arm, and then she puts the figure eight in, and Asuka tapped out. Asuka has tapped out, but in WWE. She's finally ended that streak, and I wasn't surprised because The Undertaker lost his streak 4 years ago at that same place in New Orleans. So I wasn't surprised that streaks end at New Orleans. Look at Taker's, look at Asuka's. Like, I know a lot of people like, why should it end? But I wasn't really attached to that streak because that streak hasn't been meant that much like the Undertaker's did. Because the Undertaker's was something that every year people look forward to. Like, oh, if I like talk to some of my friends, like if they say, oh, what match you looking forward to, I would always say, oh, the Taker match, because I want to know who's gonna come up and face and who's gonna face the streak, you know. And obviously Asuka's been beaten now. People saying, oh, Carmel's gonna come in and they're gonna fill out the cash in. And God, they didn't do that, and they went with this way because at this point, you know, they can build around, say, like, listen, she has been beaten now, and we can move on and stuff like that. And then the next match was the US title. It was Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, Rusev, and Jinder Mahal. This was an okay match. Jinder gets the win with the Collapse. So it was okay, I guess. It was what it was. Rusev was super over here like he always is. And yeah, that was that. The next match was the triple threat tag team match. No, it wasn't. It was the mixed match, not the mixed tag match. It was Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. This was kind of a match that was kind of like all over the place, but in the end, I kind of was liking it. I really liked the whole interaction between Stephanie and Kurt and Ronda Rousey and Triple H. And Triple H threw Ronda Rousey out of the ring and her face hit the fucking mat. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And like, Kurt Angle tries to put the ankle lock onto Stephanie, but Triple H also breaks it up. And then at the end, basically, Ronda Rousey and Stephanie are the only two in the ring, and then Ronda puts the armbar in, and then also Steph taps out, and Triple H has lost 13 WrestleMania matches now, most than anybody else. So yeah. Then after that we had another tag team match. It was the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. This was an okay match. It wasn't better than the mixed tag match, but I liked it. You had the Bludgeon Brothers go over here, which I didn't think was going to happen. I thought maybe they was going to have the Usos retain, or the New Day was going to win them back again, or are New Day actually champions? No, they weren't. Yeah. Anyway, the Bludgeon Brothers won anyway. I don't really care about the tag team, so whatever. The next match was the Raw Women's Tag match. It was Alexa Bliss, my wife, my girl, versus Nia Jax. This was a solid match as well. This wasn't a bad match either. Nia Jax and Alexa have a lot of good chemistry together. Like, I haven't seen them. I don't think they've ever faced off before in the ring. Like, they've tagged a few times, but they never actually faced off one on one. And if this was the first time like teaming up, no, I mean like facing off, this was a really good match they've had. Like, a really good one-on-one match they've had. Nia and Alexa, like, I say this every time, but Alexa Bliss is improving leaps and bounds in that ring. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, she's not like the best, she's not like, with Sasha Banks, but she doesn't have to be up there with Sasha Banks, wrestling-wise, because she's being her own self, she's being her own character, character-wise and wrestling-wise. Like, I don't like when people compare people to, like, oh, she's not up to the Sasha Banks level. Like, who cares? Like, she's doing way better than Sasha Banks. Like, she's done more on a short amount of time on that main roster. She's done more on the main roster than Sasha Banks has in fucking 3 years on that main roster. So, for people who are saying, oh, she lacks in wrestling ability and stuff like that, but who cares? Like, she's done more than what Sasha Banks done on the main roster. At least she's actually retained the title, and she's had longer title reigns than Sasha Banks. I mean, Sasha Banks just wins the titles and loses them like a month later, so, whatever. But anyway, Nia Jax gets the win, and she's finally the Raw Women's Champion, so I'm happy for her and that. The next match was the WWE Championship. It was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. One of my favorite matches I was looking forward to in this match. One of the favorite matches I was looking forward to. But I don't know. Like I was kind of like this match was like after me. Like I don't know. Like this wasn't like the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match. I know that. I don't know what it was like. The crowd wasn't into it. Nakamura got a great entrance, but I don't know. The crowd weren't into it that much. They sung to Nakamura's song, but they weren't into it that much. AJ gets the win with the Styles Clash. Like I said before, I wanted Shinsuke Nakamura to win the match. And then after the match, they do like an embrace. And then Shinsuke Nakamura does like a low blow, Ric Flair style. And he's like kicking him. And it looks like now Shinsuke Nakamura is like a fully fledged heel. And then I don't know what the logic is though. Like, why have they turned Shinsuke heel? Like, I don't know. We'll have to find out Tuesday. But I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna see where they go with it. If they screwed it up, which knowing WWE they could. So I'm just gonna see what they do with it. So that's it. Then after that we had Braun Strowman versus The Bar and a mystery opponent, a mystery tag team partner. And his tag team partner was somebody called Nicholas in the crowd. A fan being a tag team champion at WrestleMania. When you could have had like Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio was there, even Okada was there. But you went with a fan. And I know Kurt Angle's going to say on Raw, well he should say on Raw tomorrow that, wait a minute Braun, we cannot have a child as an actual champion in the WWE because in case he gets hurt, some lawyers and stuff like that. And then obviously Kurt Angle's going to say, listen, you have to pick an actual tag team partner from the actual locker room, from the actual locker room, not just a fan. But I could imagine him like picking a fan every week. Like, you're my tag team partner. You're my tag team partner. Like that'd be funny as hell. But in storyline wise, Kurt Angle's gonna be like, nah, we cannot do this because obviously legal reasons, stuff like that. But yeah. And then after that we had the main event. It was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. This match was so boring and just so uninteresting that I didn't care about it. Basically, Brock Lesnar matches, do I have to describe them? They're the same as everyone. If you've seen one Brock Lesnar match in the last couple of years, you've seen them all. It's the same old. And that's it really. He does a shitload of F5, Suplex Cities, Roman gets busted open, and he does one more F5. Brock actually gets the win. And I'm questioning myself like, so we give Roman Reigns 4 WrestleManias to have this rematch for Brock Lesnar after. So we give him 4 WrestleMania spots, main event spots to Roman Reigns, and we get into this spot again with Brock Lesnar where he's lost to Brock Lesnar again at WrestleMania. Like, what's the logic behind this? Like, the story behind it was like the full-timer versus the part-time guy. But Roman Reigns is a bit late to that party because I've been calling out the part-timers for, and not just me, but everybody else has for the past 5-6 years. So why now, in 2018, would you call out the part-timers like a Brock Lesnar? I just don't get it. Like, if I'm Vince McMahon, wouldn't you do this like in 2014, maybe 2013 or something like that? Not in 2018 when it's already happened years and we're used to it now. Like, oh, if Brock Lesnar is not at a show or Undertaker's not there or Triple H, we're used to it, Like, we're not like gonna, oh, Brock didn't show up for work today or whatever. Like, we're used to it, It's the deal round in WWE. But yeah, Brock Lesnar got the win and stuff, so that's that. WrestleMania for me, I was gonna say 7, but the end to that WrestleMania kind of like a salt bad taste in my mouth, so I'm gonna say a 6 out of 10. What do you guys think about this WrestleMania? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and I will check you later. Peace.